Now, England are preparing, of course, to take on France tomorrow night in the World Cup quarter-finals. But the tournament has not been without controversy. Comedian Joe Lycett made headlines after appearing to shred £10,000 in protest at David Beckham's role as an ambassador for Qatar, a country where being gay remains illegal.
The money that went into the shredder was real, but the money that came out was fake. I would never destroy real money. I would never be so irresponsible. In fact, the 10 grand had already been donated to LGBTQ+ charities before I even pressed send on the initial tweet last week. This is your Attitude magazine cover from June 2002, the first ever cover of a gay magazine with a Premier League footballer on it. I asked Attitude if I could shred it, and they were more than happy to oblige.
Well, next Thursday, we're going to get the inside story of Joe's shredding stunt, if you want to call it that, as it features in the Christmas special of his consumer show, Got Your Back, which I know very well because I was on. It was great.
You were on it?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
You're a brilliant guest.
It was fantastic. Now, look, this is very interesting. You were never going to destroy that money, but you had to say that you were going to.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you gave it to the charity got the money. But you had to, in order to get people's attention.
Yes.
In order to... And it went global.
Yes. Did you think I was actually going to do it?
Knowing you, I thought I just can't see him doing that because, you know, that money should go to this great cause.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I thought you are somebody who goes through it when you say you're going to do something. So
Yeah.
I genuinely, right up until the last minute, didn't know whether you would or not.
Yeah. I'm amazed at that, really, because I've been asking people about it over the last few weeks because I know that I would never do it.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's amazing how I managed to convince people and all the media and all of that. And
though.
ITV News ran it on a lot of their bulletins.
Absolutely.
Which was very helpful because it brought the story to a wider audience. So I'm very grateful to ITV News.
And that's what you wanted to do. Why David Beckham? Why are you so disappointed in him in particular?
Well, he was a brilliant ally to the LGBT community. He did a cover for Attitude, which is the cover I shredded there. And this came during Section 28, which was a law that meant that it was illegal in this country to tell children about gay people. It was illegal for teachers to mention it. It's
utterly bizarre when you think
bizarre.
I mean,
it's really bizarre.
bonkers.
And that was law until I was 15. And so it came in a time when that was the law. And for him to do that was really bold and really helpful. And actually, I think, as one of the things that stopped Section 28 being law and kind of got that movement going. So for him to now take an extortionate amount of money from a state that it's illegal to be gay, I would be jailed if I was there, and if you're Muslim there, you could face the death penalty. It's a real betrayal for being gay. It's a real betrayal of what he'd done. And lots of brands do this. Budweiser have a bottle of beer that has the Pride colours on it, and yet they're sponsoring Qatar. McDonald's have the same thing.
And then you weren't allowed to buy the beer, which kind of backfired on them spectacularly.
Yeah. So there's a lot of brands and a lot of people that do this. They sort of pretend to be allies until it doesn't help them.
I understand.
But he was Beckham's sort of emblematic of it, and I thought I might be able to convince him to change his mind, and then that might convince the Qataris to change them.
Has he had any sort of contact with you? I mean, I know he's got legions of people probably around him.
Yes. So I've not heard anything from him, and I still would love to speak to him.
Yeah.
I'm very polite and a very nice young man, and I would love to speak to him.
You're a very well-brought-up young man, and you put your points across with conviction, but in a polite way.
Yeah, with 10 grand in a shredder. So I'd still love to speak to him, and
You say no comment.
Nice.
We tried as well, and he just said no comment at all.
Hopefully we're having a bit more discussions with his people, and hopefully we'll get somewhere with that. So I'm holding out hope. There's still time for him to change his mind. The World Cup's not yet finished.
No, it's
still time.
Really interesting, though, isn't it? Because Qatar said that they wanted to let everybody know about what the country's... spread the word about what the country stands for and all of that.
Yeah.
And what we have learned is really negative,
Yeah, well, there's lots of positive about it as well. This is the thing, that I'm open for countries to be diverse and to have their own beliefs and all of these things.
Course.
I don't think, the world's an interesting place and there's all sorts of diversity in the world, and I'm not against that. But I think as a baseline, I think killing people and jailing them for being who they are should be condemned across the board, wherever it happens. And it happens far too much across the world. And it happens here sometimes. So, we should always call it out. But... so I think there are lots of really good things about Qatar, but that specific thing about the thing that they, you know, where they want to kill me is not a good thing.
No, you wouldn't want to go there.
I'd love to not die, actually, Lorraine.
Yes,
then I'd stop coming on the Lorraine programme.
I know, and I want you to
Lorraine.
be safe. I want you to be safe.
It would be weird having me as a corpse on this show.
No, it would.
What a strange...
That would be a totally different show.
I mean, I would love to see it, just me here.
Just you.
Like, what have you been up to, Joe? Well, I went to Qatar. Bad choice.
Bad choice. Wasn't the best thing that you've ever done. Now, look, apart from David Beckham, are you not more than a wee bit obsessed with Liz Truss? I'm a wee bit worried about you.
Yes, I think she is the greatest Prime Minister we have had in our history. It's the finest 1.5 months we've ever had, and I will continue saying that to the grave, which may come soon, who knows?
Well, no, you have to stay here, and then it won't...
This is the commemorative plate I made.
Oh, that's lovely. Have you shown it to her? Has she responded in any way to this?
No, I haven't sent it to her. She doesn't take my calls. Even though I've been so nice about her. Yeah, I bought a kiln, like just a little one, because I've really got into pottery, and that was one of the things I did in the kiln. And,
well, that's lovely.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
That would look lovely hanging on Downing Street. Will she get a portrait on the... You know how there's all the portraits of the Prime Minister when you go up the stairs?
I hope so.
Or could we just put your plate there?
Yes, I mean, I'd happily donate it to Number 10.
Because I think that would be absolutely lovely. Are you going to be... Obviously, we're going to see you next Thursday on the show, which is fantastic, which is really good.
Yeah.
But I love what you do when you do tours, that you put posters up of the wrong people. It's you, but it's not you.
Yeah.
Did you not do that with Joe Pasquale?
I've done it with a few people. But Joe Pasquale, yeah. I paid a fair whack of cash to...
I saw that in the Underground, and I thought, what?
Yeah. Well, it's one of those. That's what what I wanted is that, you know, lots of people just do a poster of their face on a nice picture and then you kind of don't think about it, you don't look at it. And I just thought it'd be funny for people to go, that's not Joe Lycett. Oh, it's Joe Pasquale.
Oh, is it? And then it gets you talking.
And he was up for it, and I love Joe Pasquale. He's
brilliant,
really brilliant. So, so I just thought it'd be a fun way of promoting the tour.
Absolutely. And listen, if you get the call from Bake Off, will you take it? Because I think you'd be brilliant on that.
I've not had the call, and it's a lovely programme, but the days are so long, and I like lying down for long periods of time, so I will not be hosting Bake Off.
But while they're baking, you can lie down. It'll be fine.
Oh, that's a good point.
See, you didn't think that through.
No, I didn't. I'll do it for 100 million.
Look, 100 million, there you are. And you can watch Joe Lycett versus David Beckham, a Got to Your Back Christmas special next Thursday, 9 o'clock on Channel 4. Thank you.
Lovely to see you.